All right. So I'm not sure if 9 o'clock's a good time for you guys. I always put my kids to bed at 9. I know some of you guys are on Central Time, some are on Pacific Time, some of you guys are on all kinds of different times. I don't know. But I just want you guys to know that these Zooms will always be recorded anytime we post them and we go about doing this. And you can always find them on YouTube. You can also just search the page Zoom, and you are going to have, I'm just going to mute everybody. And whenever you search the page and just type in Zoom, you are going to have all of the Zooms pop up. I keep on hearing somebody. It's not me. There we go. All right. Sometimes the phone lines don't mute as easily as other. I still
Damn it, Snap, that was good too.
Oh, wait.
Before you start, you need to like give it a minute and just be like, hey, just give it people a minute to jump on. Yeah, that way people actually get on there.
I understand, but I'm trying to get it done so they can watch it later.
I promise, guys. I'm trying to mute people. I already hit mute all, but it's not muting them for some reason. Okay. All right. Here we go. Sorry about that. All right. So we are, guys, this is an exciting time because we have now hit the 15th of the month. That means that anybody that joins you the rest of this month, their volume is going to roll over to next month. The biggest thing is I want to make sure that you understand that anybody that their volume rolls over next month, they still need to get $100 in orders or have like new customers or whatever. Even though their main group volume will roll over, they still need to have their personal volume that's going to need to be added next month, okay? So like their 100 PV or whatever, that's 2 customers. Or if you have customers, guys, and they're ordering and so on, you're going to see that you're always going to be continuing qualified and active. I get a lot of people that ask, how do we like make sure that somebody's qualified and active? If you have the 2 little green dots that say qualified and active, you're good to go and you're going to get paid. So just always make sure that you have those 2 little green dots and you're golden. All right. The only time I ever see anybody run into a problem with that is if they're really just not signing anybody at all. And that is a rare occasion. Like if you have customers on auto ship, you're signing up new customers, you're self-replacing orders, whatever, you're going to always see that as green. I have not seen one single month at the beginning of every month, the second week of the month. I don't run my auto ship till like the 15th of the month normally. So I'm always qualified and active, even if I haven't signed anybody. Okay. So I just want you guys to always know that. I do want to share this because I have experienced that whenever you go for each rank that we have, the 4K, you just need to have 2 legs. For 12K, you just need to have 2 legs. For 40K and above, I do want you guys to know that you do need to have 4 active legs, and you also need to make sure that those 4 active legs have volume ordered for that month. Okay, so they could have signed the month before, but if they don't have 100 in orders or like customers ordering or anything underneath of them, and you try to make that your active leg, it's not going to count because they don't have any orders for that month. Because like if they signed up this month and you try to use them as your 4th leg, I just want to clarify that right off the bat, just so that it's something that I just recently learned as well. And I think it's important for everybody to know that. So you only need 2 legs really working and no more than 60% coming from that heaviest leg to go all the way to 12K, which is pretty cool if you ask me. So I wanted to start the night off, first of all, welcoming some of our new teammates because we do have a lot of new faces and it's super exciting time. And the reason why the Zoom was so important is because the 15th of the month is kind of like the first of the month and the last day of the month. It is like the time that you decide, are you going or are you not? Maybe some of you guys sat back the first 15 days. Maybe some of you guys really pushed for that VIP reset that just happened. For those of you guys just coming on, you are just now getting in your VIP period and you want to run for it. I do want to say, because a lot of us just went after that reset, it's not always easy. Okay. It's not. I can tell you, I worked my tail off to try to get it. I talked to more people, but it pushed me. Imagine if every single month, even without that reset or even without being in your VIP period, if you pushed yourself just as hard, my goodness, you would be at 200K in no time, because like I was like making myself message and follow up and go to people and talk to more people and put myself out there more. And I was seeing a lot more action. And guess what? Even though some of those people didn't sign, they're messaging me now. And now they're wanting the products. I got so many 3-day minis sold and sent out over that time period. Guys, today alone, I've gotten 4 messages from people. I just got my goodies in the mail. How do I take them? Because every single person that I send a 3-day mini to, I tell them to message me as soon as they get it so that we can discuss how they can start it the next day. Why do I do that? Because I learned from example that people will do it all wrong. They'll just put the shake, or they'll just take the patch and put the DFT on. They'll just take the lifestyle mix and they won't take the capsules, or they'll just do like it's in bitsy pieces and then be like, I didn't really feel anything. Well, here's the thing. I tell every single person to start off with 1 capsule. That's just how I work. And maybe it's just because that's what my experience was. They'll know if day 1 capsule isn't enough for them. Tell them to go ahead and take 2. If you run into somebody that is a heavy caffeine drinker and somebody that drinks pop all day long or something like that, then yeah, maybe they'll be okay taking 2 to start off. Not that there's a whole bunch. There's 65 milligrams of caffeine total in the experience. That's including 1 capsule or 2 capsules, the lifestyle mix, and the DFT. And the DFT, the premium DFT, does not have caffeine in it. So you are good to go there, okay? The only one that does have caffeine is the Black Label. So I sample out as much as I possibly can. I'm constantly allowing that to be like a circular thing. And I'm going to tell you guys, because I get a lot of people that say, what am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong, okay? But if you aren't sampling out things and you're not putting yourself out there and getting those samples and building your network, then you're not going to sign people as quickly as the next person, okay? And the reason for that is that don't let excuses get in your way. I don't care if you don't have $1 to your name. You can still be selling samples. How can you do that? You put a post out there talking about how you are ordering samples on Friday. Today is what, Monday? So you say, you know what? I'm placing an order on Friday for 3-day minis. If you want one, you better reserve it now because they go quickly. And then when somebody messages you, you say, okay, you have 2 ways that you can pay me. You can either pay me through PayPal, or you can pay me through Messenger, or you can meet up with me, whatever. That's for me to reserve yours, because I don't want to order any more than what I have to order at a time. All right? Because you don't need to carry stock, but you want to have stuff so that you can send out and give people. Guys, when I went to the mall this past weekend, I had 2 3-day minis. My husband will tell you that there's many times that I start talking to people and they'll be like, I want to try that. And I'm like, you know what? Here's 3-day mini. And, you know, they're sold just like that. One day I went into Lowe's to give a new promoter a 3-day mini, and 2 of his coworkers bought 3-day minis off of me. I actually think I took a picture of me walking out with the money, because I was like, sweet, you know, I mean, that's quick money, and you got to talk to people in order for them to actually want to try the product. There are a lot of skeptics out there, and I was one of them. I was one of the biggest skeptics of all. In fact, I was a cardiac nurse, so I told people their hearts were going to explode. I'll just be honest. I totally was that person. And it's because I was uneducated about the products. I didn't know enough about them because I never actually researched them. And you're going to come across people, guys, that say that it does this, it does that, it's whatever. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, every single person that eats fast food is putting worse things in their body than the vitamins and minerals that are in these products. Every single person that takes a medication a medication, okay, is putting worse things in their bodies than these vitamins and minerals. With that said, if somebody is on medicines because they have any kind of medical condition, always, always, always remind yourself that this is about the customer, okay? You want them to safely take these products. So you always want to say, listen, you need to consult with your doctor. Make sure there's no interactions or anything like that. Now, I've not run across anybody really not being able to take these products, but I still always say that, and especially if somebody is pregnant or breastfeeding, again, they need to check with their doctor with the product line just to verify that it's okay. I've not heard of people saying no, but you want to make sure I keep on wanting to say patient. That's because I'm a nurse, right? But you want to make sure that the customer is always safe first, and they're going to have the best experience, because ultimately, at the end of the day, you can't grow a good business or word of mouth if you give somebody a bad experience, okay? Same with growing their business. There are going to be people that come in and maybe they don't take off running as quickly as the next person, and they get discouraged, or maybe they hit a hiccup along the way. Here's the thing, guys. Everybody is going to come in with different networks. People are going to come in that have never done network marketing before. People are going to come in that have done network marketing before. Maybe they have a small network. Maybe they have a big network. My challenge to every single person is to grow your network every single day, whether that's going through the drive-through to pick up something, because I have to go through the drive-through sometimes because like my daughter's ball games, and yes, that's not the healthiest thing to do, but I do. And you know what? I've signed promoters because of it. Like literally gone through the drive-through, given them my card, friended them on Facebook, went home, she signed up. That quick, okay? The thing is that you have to talk to people. When somebody is complaining about being tired or exhausted or whatever, you have products that can help them, and you can also offer the opportunity for them not to have to work all that overtime, okay? So you want to be able to tell them, yes, they can start for free. They can go out there and get some customers and make themselves qualified and active and run after these VIP bonuses. That $500, well, it's $400 plus fast starts and commissions, and also $100 in free product credit. I can tell you when I received my first one, it was like 664, 640, somewhere around there. I'm not sure what it is in Canadian dollars. Donna, can you tell me? How much is it Canadian?
It's around anywhere from about $725 and up for Canada.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. So I know that a lot of people in the US do sell the 3-day minis for around $25. I think Canada's $35 roughly. And I think Australia, UK, outside the US, most people end up, whatever their dollar amount is, they try to do like the equivalent of $25 for the 3-day mini. Guys, you need to make sure you put value on your product. You have your hands on something absolutely amazing, but you have to realize not everybody is going to be a day one thriver. Not everybody is. I was, which I call myself a lucky one, because I was like, woohoo, like this is awesome, right? But not everybody is. In fact, a couple people that joined with me, they were day 2, day 3 thrivers. My husband, the first day he was thriving because he didn't drink any coffee or anything, because he refused to even start thriving, guys, until he quit drinking coffee, which is till we were out of coffee. That's whenever he started thriving. He said, when we're out of coffee, that's when I'm going to start thriving. Well,
no, you cannot have.
I'm going to tell you what.
You can have some gummies.
I did not intentionally quit drinking coffee. I love coffee. I was like, I'm going to keep on drinking it. I don't care about, right? Every single day that I would make it, it would sit here as a full cup. Like from the day one of thriving. Like I didn't want it. Now, middle of the day, I can tell you that I like iced coffees. I like the taste of them, whatever. I can totally suck one of those suckers down. That's just me, but whatever. At least I'm not sitting here drinking pots of coffee every single day. But that's just because I like the taste, not necessarily for the caffeine or the energy aspect of it. In fact, I used to ask for extra espresso in them. I don't do that anymore because I'd be like ridiculous, right? So you want to make sure that you're offering this opportunity to everybody. Yes, they can start for free. But the most important aspect, if they start for free, they need to understand that their VIP period is going to start the second that somebody places an order on their account. okay? The moment the first person places an order. Something interesting that I was debating whether or not I was going to share, something interesting is that I never realized that even if somebody hasn't purchased a kit yet, that their customer, if they sign up on AutoShip, will count towards their VIP. And I didn't realize that. And that is freaking phenomenal. With that said, you still need to get products in your hands. But for those people that do start free, you need to make sure that you are selling and getting some Thrive samples ordered so that you can place an order for an upgrade kit, because you need to get those samples in people's hands, because them trying it, they're going to want more. I mean, seriously, they're going to want more and they're not going to want to go without it. So you're going to get customers that say, you know what, I love that. It might take them a couple days of not thriving for them to message you and be like, okay, like I need to get some more of that right now. And people that once said they didn't have the money to do it, they find the money to do it. Okay. They find it. They find it somehow, some way. And then you teach your customers how to thrive for free. I'm going to tell you guys a little tip, okay? And I hope that you will listen, and I hope that you will share it. Every single one of your customers that are willing to share their Thrive experience on Facebook, when their friends comment and say, what is that? Okay, message your customer and say, listen, if your friend wants more information, if they end up signing up, you can Thrive for free, okay? That's not only going to get you another customer, but it's going to help your friend out, okay? You can get in a 3-way chat with that person, with your customer and their friend, and then you can tell their friend about the Thrive experience. Maybe you can sell a 3-day mini to that person. And then when they go to sign up, they go onto their friend's referral link, all right? Your friend gets 2 people that end up ordering the Thrive experience. Not only did you just get 2 new customers, but now your customer is thriving free every month, and all they're paying is for their shipping. All right, so that's a great way to increase your customer base, but it's also a great way to make happy customers, because they're getting stuff for free. And then you're going to do the same thing for those 2 customers, because now they're your customers, okay? Unless your person decides they want to upgrade to a promoter, then they become their customers. But regardless, you want to be able to offer ways for people to thrive for free. Every single month, on the second day of the month, if you're a promoter, you are going to get free Thrive credits based off the 2 customer orders, the 2 highest customer auto ship orders that you had for that previous month, okay? So, for example, say I had my 2 highest orders were 2 people that ordered the Thrive experience, all right? That's 150 and 150. I'm just talking US dollars because I don't know all the different conversions and everything. But say I just had that. Then on the second day of the month, I'm going to get 150 in free product credit. I can use that for my auto ship if I want. I can just enable it for my auto ship, or I can give that to customers. I can give that to promoters. Say I've got somebody that they absolutely just are trying to come up with the money, and they can order a $100 kit, but they can't get the $200 kit. Guess what? You can have them order that $100 kit, and if you have 50 in Thrive credits, you can send them to that person, and guess what? That is going to help them get DFTs. That's going to help your new promoter, and it's all about giving back, right? Because you're going to get back lots of stuff. When you hit your VIP 800, you get 100 in free product credits. You can use that either for yourself to order product, or you can use that to help yourself get some more customers. Sometimes I'll offer $25 for the next person that signs up as like on the Thrive experience, $25 towards their order. And then just a little tip of advice that I like to do, and this is just as you grow and as your business starts to take off, I like to throw a little sample in of a product when I send out my 3-day minis. I might send a sample of of Activate, or I might send a sample of Rest because it's one of my absolute favorite products. I like to send that. You do not have to by any means. I don't want you to spend money on things that you don't have right now, okay? But as your business grows, it is a good idea, because then when people get it, they want more of it. I just signed a customer with Rest because I sent a sample of Rest out, right? And that's pretty awesome to me. And she is planning on starting the Thrive Experience, but if she could only do one right now or whatever, she was able to get started. And then you guys, you want to know what she does? Every single night, she's been posting that she's taking her rest. And she's getting like all these people and sharing her referral link. And I'm like, hey, if anybody needs any extra questions, I'm here. I'll help you, you know, so that she can get her products for free. It doesn't matter if it's their Thrive Experience. Maybe they're just somebody that wants to get, maybe it's somebody that just wants to get Rest and they want to get their Rest for free. So they share it and then they get a couple customers that end up with that or whatever. People can get promoters and customers. You guys can get up to $400 in free product credit every single month. Every single month. Is that not amazing? So say you have a couple, all right, and they want to order the couples pack. That's $300. All right. And then maybe you have a couple that orders the couples pack and then they want to order something else on top of that. That's $300. That means that your credits are going to be higher that month because you got that person. Okay. Let's see. The next thing, obstacles. Let's talk about obstacles because you're going to hit bumps in the road. There's going to be times where you fell short a little bit before a deadline. There's going to be times that you're like, I am not able to, like, nobody is biting. Nobody is biting. Nobody is signing. Nobody is joining. Nobody is whatever. I'm going to tell you what, they are still watching. Period. They're still watching. So make sure every single one of you guys go to the Lavelle fan page, LE-VEL, and you like it right now, okay? You like it and you follow it. You get inspired and go and read some of those testimonies because when you are self-doubting, I want you to read through that page. But I also want you to share some stories from that page, okay? I like to copy and paste the stories and save them. I share them on Instagram. I share them on Facebook, whatever. I just like to take the person's last name out because I don't know. I just like to take the person's last name out. You don't have to. By all means, you can just copy and paste, or you can just share it directly from the Lavelle fan page. I will tell you, if you copy and paste it onto your own post, it will get you more views, like a little bit more views than it just being the Lavelle fan page views. But if you tell your customers to go and like the Lavelle fan page whenever you sign them up, they're going to constantly hear these testimonies. They might see a product testimony that they end up wanting to try that maybe you've never posted about, but they're going to see that stuff rolling through their news feed. And whenever they want to upgrade maybe to a promoter one day, because say they lost their job, okay? Because let's face it, that kind of stuff does happen. Abruptly, you might have a situation where maybe your husband or you or a loved one might be sick, whatever it might be, a situation that you can't work like you were at your normal job. I know for me, whenever my dad got sick last year, if I wouldn't have had network marketing, I would have had no way to be with him, okay? But because of this kind of industry, I was able to work and be with him at the same time. He would be going through chemo and I'd be sitting there messaging people and talking to people, sometimes doing Zooms, whatever. I might be at his house taking care of him and I was able to still watch him do his feedings and help him with his medications and make him food and things like that. But I was able to be wherever I needed to be. Maybe sometimes I might even be, and you guys might catch me now because it's ball season. So you might catch me on a team Zoom and me being at the ball field because the game ran over. Yep, it happens a lot, right? Because I can take my business with me no matter where I go. And I want all of you guys to have that. I had a very humbling experience going back to work full time this past fall. I went back to work full time from November till April 21st, whenever I officially resigned completely from my position at the hospital. And I got to tell you, during that time, I realized how much I was missing. Not only with my family, but with my friends and how much life I was missing. I literally, guys, was working my business or I was at work. Like, I don't think I slept very much at all. And I wasn't in, like, I was excited and happy because I knew that things were changing, and I busted butt. I could have used every excuse in the book that I just worked all night long, and I wouldn't have worked my business or anything like that. But here's the thing. I allowed my why to make me actually work, make me actually push that button to send a friend request without fear of somebody messaging me saying, how do I know you? You know what my favorite response to that is? Well, you grew up in the same town as me. You look like you know, your personality seemed like it was fitting, and I thought that you just seemed like a cool person. I don't know. You looked familiar. Or I was checking out your profile and I loved some of the stuff that you were posting. People post different funny memes all the time. In fact, I call somebody my Facebook best friend because she always posts the funniest memes. And I friended her randomly because she was from the same hometown and she was a nurse, but she was actually living in Las Vegas, but she always posted the cutest memes. So anyways, I friended her, and at 4:00 one morning, I got up to go pee and she sent me a message. Hey, do I know you? And I said, I don't know, but you're from my town. You're a nurse and you seemed funny. So I thought it was cool. Anyway, still to this day, we tag each other on funny memes because I think that she's just hilarious. And you know what? She's definitely asked me about the products because she sees my stuff and she sees that interaction. So I challenge everybody to grow their network. Go look and see how many friends you have on Facebook. If you do not have to build your business on Facebook, but because I can tell you, Lisa K. Fuller, she didn't build all of her businesses on Facebook. She built a lot of it belly to belly. And what does that mean, belly to belly? That just means like what I told you when I went to a grocery store, whenever I go through a drive-through, whenever I'm sitting at the soccer field or the softball field and I'm talking to another mom and they ask me what I'm doing, I tell them I'm working my business. Or when people ask me, you know, what is that you have on? And I say, that's my wearable nutrition. It's so awesome. I said, it has made me in so much of a better mood. I just have more energy. And you know what? It's 3 simple steps and I'm done for the day. And I feel better than I have in a long time. You know, I'm 36 years old. And honestly, I can tell you, I don't think I felt this good in my 30s, like ever. Like, I mean, honestly, I think like maybe like 10 years ago, I felt as much energy as what I do now. And it's really helped my mood. I don't know if that's just a Black Label thing or not, but I always say that I'm in a better mood whenever I'm wearing my Black Label. Let me see this. I see a couple questions over here. And I'm going to be fucking product credit carry over. If not, yeah, product credit does carry over if it is not used. I don't know as much. See, that's the kind of stuff, guys, you don't realize. All right. My daughters, they are at that age. My youngest is 6 and my oldest is 14. She just turned 14 this past weekend. They pay attention to what you do. My youngest daughter says she wants to be a nurse. Okay. And that's because she saw her mommy be a nurse. She also told me that she wanted me to be home because she got to experience what it was like for me to be home. So when I went back to working full time, Mommy, I don't want you to work anymore. Even though she still wanted me to be a nurse, she paid attention. She's 6 years old. My oldest daughter, she don't want anything to do with nursing. Okay. Not at all. However, she does like to help people. She likes to be that person that if somebody's being bullied or somebody's being picked on, she wants to friend them. She wants them to know that like she's there. She's a little bit more quiet and reserved until you get to know her, and then she doesn't shut up like at all, especially when you're trying to do something. She's got to tell a story or read. She's crazy. But you know what she wants to be? She wants to be a psychiatrist, which I think is crazy because when I was a little girl and growing up, I used to say I wanted to be a psychologist and I wanted to help people with substance abuse. And then it was funny because whenever I grew up, I actually ended up going to beauty school and long story short, I'm a beauty school dropout because I told the owner to kiss my butt. And then I went to school and I became an esthetician and I worked in that field for just a little bit. And then I went to school for psychology to work in substance abuse. And I did work at a treatment center for a little while. And I realized that that is not where I should be. So I went back to school. I went and I changed my major to sociology, which is basically the studying of understanding different cultures and different people and how and why people do the things that they do. And I got my nursing degree too. Now, with that all said, you can tell every single thing that I wanted to do, I wanted to help people. I wanted to make people feel better about themselves. I wanted to help people feel better, look better, be healthier, or just whatever, right? So that's just the type of person and who I am. That doesn't mean that has to be you. There are people that are completely introverted, okay? They don't like to talk to a single soul, but they do in this business because they start to feel better, and that's how you're going to grow your business. There are some people that are going to talk and have lots of like little locals. They're going to want to have parties and things like that. And some people are going to be over here like, I don't want to do any of that business. All I want to do is talk, like just share. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm going to tell you, you're going to go a little bit slower than somebody that is going to put themselves out there more. I'm going to put a challenge out tomorrow, starting tomorrow, and I'm going to put some money on the table for people to challenge them with something. And I'll go ahead and tell you what it's going to be. But it's not going to start till tomorrow, and I'm not going to make the post till tomorrow. But I'm going to challenge everybody that will go live about Thrive, why they decided to do this journey, whatever it is, okay? As long as it's about the business or about your experience or about your journey, about anything, okay? Anything at all that relates to your journey, okay? I'm going to challenge people to go live every single day for the next 10 days. That's going to be starting the 16th through the 26th. And then on the 27th, I'm going to give 3 people $100, okay? You're going to have to screenshot. If you don't screenshot, you can just, I'm going to put a hashtag for everybody to use, okay? You can just say done, day 1 done, all right? And then just make sure you use the hashtag. Don't worry, you'll know what hashtag it is tomorrow, but every single day. And if you do that, all 10 days, your name goes in the drawing, and 3 people are going to win $100 from me, okay? The reason why I'm doing it is because, for one, it's going to challenge a lot of you guys to step outside your comfort zone. And it's probably scaring the crap out of some of you guys right now to even think about doing that. But how bad do you want it? Do you want your business to grow? Because if you do, it's going to challenge you to grow. Are there other things you can do? Absolutely. I just like to throw different stuff out there for people to do. I'm going to use an example right now of why I'm using this challenge. You know, girl, I'm calling you out. You can tell it already. I see you're smiling. So Brittany Green, right? She hadn't been in network marketing for over a year. She jumped in. She started going live, guys. I mean, she goes live a couple times a day. Sometimes she's got babies and she's got she's got like, what, 5 kids? Five kids, okay? So she's like, they're all over the place. They're either going to school. She's got them on her hip. She's everywhere, right? But she's talking about her Thrive experience, how it's making her feel. Her family just went to Disney. You know what? She hadn't had like this huge, great big network because she hadn't been networking for a long time. All right. But she started going live. She only had a couple viewers. Then she had a couple more viewers. Then she had a whole bunch of viewers, and a bunch of people just kept on growing every single day. You know, she went 12K. Well, first of all, she told me, I'm going to go VIP 800 by Sunday. I said, I think you can go VIP 1600 by Sunday. So you know what? She did it. And then she went 4K like that. And then she hit 12K like that. And then she got her husband to 12K, and then she went 40K. And you know what? That was like all in like a month and a half, like whirlwind. And some of you guys are like, there's no way I can go that fast. You need to quit putting limitations on yourself and start believing that absolutely you 100% can. It doesn't matter as long as you put yourself out there and you're willing to try these products, share these products, and just believe in yourself. Some of you guys, that's an area that you need to work on, is that belief within yourself. And what I'm going to tell you is you need to read some personal development. You need to follow some people that you are admiring, that you are seeing have success. You need to see and feed off of their energy. Don't be afraid to ask somebody that you see that is killing it, what they are doing. I'm going to tell you, people put their highlight reels up, but I'm going to tell you the work and the grind that goes behind some of the things that you see happening. I can tell you was like, okay, for example, me getting that, my reset bonus, I worked nonstop. I really did. I mean, it was Layla's birthday, and then it was Layla's birthday was on Saturday, and Mother's Day was yesterday. And I was like, gosh, how am I going to finish this up? And it was like, I talked to everybody I possibly could. And I just kept on following there. But back to the whole live video thing, the whole reason for it is because I want to challenge you to grow. I also want to challenge everybody to increase their friends. You can do that by going to the places that you used to go to school with. I've said this before on Zooms, but some of you guys weren't on those Zooms. Go to your old high school. See who you are not friends with that maybe you did used to talk to. Go to places that you used to work. People that you have familiar faces with, okay? One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to friend them and message them and be like, you want to try my Thrive experience? Don't do that. That'll make you end up blocked really quickly. You want to actually get to know those people because this may or may not be for them, but you can't grow your audience by just sticking to posting to the same people all the time. Okay? You just can't. And another thing is be intentional about the kind of stuff that you are posting. Amanda Hall went over some great tips last week on that Zoom, and you can find it just by going on the team page and clicking Zoom, and it'll pop up in there. I really need to just copy all the links. I know. I swear to God, I need like an assistant or something to do all the things I have in mind that I'd like to have done just so that they were all in nice and neat order for you guys. But some of those tips included interactive posts, getting other people to like and comment, making sure you tell people happy birthday, going through. I like to go to, on my phone, if you go to recent posts instead of your news feed, if you go to recent posts, now I have an iPhone, not everybody has an iPhone, but I'm going to show you. So if you scroll down your page and you click on, like you scroll down and you click on feeds, you see that? You can click on your most recent right there. And that's going to be people that are online right now. Pretty cool. And you can go through and like and comment on those people's posts and create that interaction and be thoughtful, not just smiley faces. I mean, sometimes I blow kisses, but that's not like me being like not being thoughtful. It's just because I really don't have words to say and, oh, I love you so much type of thing. But that's just my personality. But still, that is still interaction, but words are always better. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, another thing too about when you go live, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. So please don't think you have to. You absolutely don't have to show your face. You can go live. I totally have gone live just blending up my my lifestyle mix, okay? And just showing what I was putting in there and talking about, look, guys, like this is what I'm going to make, showing whatever and showing different ingredients. Some people are like making protein balls with the lifestyle mix and so forth. You can look up recipes on Pinterest and you can share that. I know in my previous company, I did that with my dad because I was making him little protein balls and I made a picture of like him and I making them and then him eating them and me eating them. And anyways, it was a great way to share my product and share the recipe with others. And then they're like, I want some of those, right? Let's see. You can do it. Oh yeah. And another thing too, guys, if you're scared when you go on your live, say it. Tell people I'm freaking out. Like tell them I'm freaking out right now, but I'm doing this because this is seriously can change so many people's lives that I have to share it. Okay. Don't be afraid. You might be shaking. You might be crying. Like if I go back to some of my old videos and I was like, you know, and if really, I'll count it if you record it and you post it. Going live will get you more views, but if you record a short little video and you post it, I'll count that if you use the hashtag, okay? Just because I know going live scares the crap out of people. But as long as you put yourself out there in some way, shape, or form, that's going to count for this contest. And we'll do other contests too, so don't like freak out too much because we're going to have lots of tips. What did you say about customers counting for VIP? As soon as you get customers, as long as they sign up on AutoShip, they're going to count towards your VIP. Okay. So I looked because, for example, we have a promoter that had signed up and they had not purchased a kit yet. And they signed up a customer, and I thought that that customer wouldn't count like towards their VIP yet because they weren't qualified and active. Lo and behold, mind you guys, I'm now 5 months into this business, and yeah, it does count. I pulled up her report, and it says right on it, she's got one of her 2 customers for her VIP 800 period, but she won't qualify for her VIP 800 till she reaches that 800 or that 100 in orders from customers or her purchasing a kit. So yes, you can absolutely sign up for free and become qualified with those, and those customers will count, which is freaking ridiculously amazing. And I didn't know that, and I can't believe it. For 5 months, I did not know that. I mean, I knew that you could qualify for customers, but I didn't think those 2 customers would actually count for your VIP period. But I guess they do, because she's got 1 out of 2 and no kit ordered. So that's a really awesome thing for you all to know. I wasn't going to share that because I wanted to kind of dig a little deeper on it. But I mean, it's plain as day written on the bottom of the screen. It even says, she'll qualify for her VIP as soon as she hits 100 in customer orders, or she places an order of 100 PV. So just so you guys know. Now you won't count for the person that you enrolled with. Like if you don't get a VIP, like a upgrade kit, you won't count for that person, but it will count for you. Let's see. You mentioned talking to other moms while at games and so far. Oh, okay. Let's talk about price. Okay, because so many people freak out about that. People say it is way too expensive. Meanwhile, I challenge you to ask every single person that says that it's expensive what they know, how many times they drink coffee during the week, how many times they eat out during the week. I challenge you to ask those people those things. I challenge you to ask them what their goals are. Is it weight loss? Is it exercise? Is it what? Is it a smaller pant size? Are there clothes that they can sell? Are there things lying around their house they can sell? Is it worth their health for them to find that kind of money? Okay. The reality of this is that we need to be a way of finding things for people. We need to find a way when they can't see it. That's the same way with promoters. When they can't see the long-term goals of this business, that is our job to show them why sticking it out, even when things don't happen as quickly as you want to, is worth it. Okay. You're going to come across obstacles, whether that's customers, that's promoters. Okay. With the customer side of it, when it comes to the price, you find a way for them to get it. All right. You find a way. If they are struggling that much, guys, they need this business. Okay. They are either willing to do it or they're not. You got to let it go if they're not willing to change things for themselves. You can follow up with them. You can try to help them come up with ideas, but you cannot make somebody sign on the dotted line for that. And you cannot sit there and bug the piss out of them because they're going to end up not wanting to talk to you ever again. You need to know when to say, okay, like, here are some ideas for you to be able to make it happen, and then follow up with them. If they're not willing to make those choices or changes, same with promoters. You can tell people all day long some of the ways that they can grow their network and some of the ways they can grow their businesses, some of the ways they can get samples out, some of the ways that they can order an upgrade kit, some of the ways that they can build their business. But unless they take the action steps to do it, it's not going to happen. Okay. And you can either sit there and harvest on that, or you can grow from that. And what do I mean by grow from that? Here's the thing. Every single obstacle that you come across is a learning experience. All right. You're going to have times that you're going to have the biggest haters and they're going to have every single thing negative to say about the product. Okay. You can sit there and say and combat that or whatever. My solution to it is, listen, why don't you let me know your concerns, and I'll send in a support ticket to our trained customer service, which is why we have a cloud service, all right? Because they are trained. They know what the heck they're talking about. They have the research, the information right there, and they are going to give you a very detailed response back, okay? I've heard people say, and I actually made fun of it about a year and a half ago, Lavelle not having a phone number for me to call. I hated that, not being able to have a phone number for me to call. But I'm going to tell you, coming from some place that I called and I still didn't get answers, nor could I understand sometimes the people I was talking to, and they didn't know diddly squat about what they were even answering because they were poorly trained. I would much rather have something I can have a written response to with a detailed explanation to my customers and to my promoters that have questions. Okay. If you work with, I use support all the time. I'll send in tickets for anything I have a question about. I sent in something a little bit ago. I can't wait to get it resolved and read the reply from it, and then it'll be done. Okay. There's also a great place in your cloudoffice.le-vel.com. That's where you're going to log in. Some people have never even logged in their website, so I just want to clarify that. And I save that as my home screen, so it actually looks like an app on my phone. It looks like this whenever you save it to your home screen. You see the little, I don't know, maybe if you have an Android, it doesn't look like that, but that's what mine looks like. Maybe it changed. I don't know. That's what mine looks like whenever I do it. It's not really an app. I tried to download the app and it never would work. So I always tell people, just don't do that. Just don't get the app. But when you click on it, if you click on support, there's a little facts section underneath of there, and there are a ton of questions that are answered, like return policies, all of that stuff is all right there. If people ask you about the compensation plan, I literally send everybody the PDF file. Every single person that asks me how you make money, I send them the PDF file. Anybody that's ever joined me knows I probably sent them the PDF file when you ask me that. Because here's the thing, they're going to ask a bazillion questions, and I'm going to just keep on referring back to that PDF file. So I might as well just send them the PDF file and then break it down for them from there. Yeah, so I just find a way for people to be able to afford it, and I show them the value. And normally when people are really, really skeptical and they're like, I don't really know about the 150, that's whenever I say, listen, I have 3-day minis. It's $25. Why don't you give that a shot first? And if you love it, then it'll be worth it, and we'll figure out a way for you to get it. Okay. Maybe get a sample out to them then. Has anybody approached a salon? First, I'm gonna put this out there. All right. I only worked in salon for a very short period of time. They are bombarded with a ton of stuff. Okay. Most of the time, it's like nursing. You don't have time to pee. Okay. Let alone have a whole bunch of things. My suggestion to you is make an appointment if you're going to want to approach somebody in a salon while you're getting your hair cut, while you're getting your nails done, your toes done, your waxing done. I mean, I wouldn't do it while you're getting Brazilian or anything, but I don't know. You can talk. I mean, whatever. Try to make some conversation. Some people might find that awkward, whatever. But anyways, that's when you're going to have their ears and their attention. And you need to make sure that it's something that's going to spark their interest and not try to sell it to them. Not try to sell it to them as them being a seller. Okay. It has to be their idea because they are already busy and overwhelmed and time consumed anyways. So you want to get them to try the product. All right. Get them to try the product. Talk about how good you're feeling. Talk about how you've been able to sleep better at night because you tried this product, rest that you sell, whatever. Plant those kind of seeds. Talk to them that way. That's how you're going to grab their attention. Just like when you're getting your hair cut. You talk to your stylist, you talk about all kinds of stuff, her whole life, sometimes, whatever. But you're not going to grab somebody's attention a lot of times by walking in and giving them something. Normally, it's just going to get pushed to the side with the other meal and the other stuff that people have dropped off wanting them to check out. So if you want to grab their attention, you got to hit it on a personal level where they can actually relate and want it. And that's in life, guys, in general. That's on Facebook. That's at the ball field. That's wherever you're at. If you are trying to sell it, I can promise you that you're going to have a harder time than if you were just trying to share it and you're being genuine about why this has helped you or helped your friend. And you can tell stories. And how are you going to gather those stories? From the Le-Vel fan page, from getting to know your team, being part of the community, and so forth. You can have not one single person on your team, but guys, you should have testimony after testimony after testimony. And if you need a testimony, you can say, listen, post on the team page, has anybody had this or anybody experienced this? And then you can get their testimony. You can either share their testimony or sometimes you can ask them to get on a 3-way call, a 3-way chat, or maybe there's a call that was about it and they're willing to get on. Most people's attention spans are short and they want their answer now. They don't want to wait till later or whatever. So try to, find your resources. Use the search button on Facebook in the groups. Type in the keyword. Like if somebody asks caffeine and you're like, I don't know how much caffeine's in it. All you got to do is type in the word caffeine, non-GMO. You're going to have people ask you that because that's something that's super popular right now. If you type in GMO, just the word GMO or non-GMO or whatever, there's some great responses that have been from support tickets that were sent in that will pop up when you type in that search. If you type in just a different thing, you're going to hear whatever it is that you're having questions about. VIP 800, you can go to the album section on the Lavelle International Record Breakers page, and there are pictures for 3-day minis if you don't have any pictures. It's always better. Selfies get more views, I'll tell you that. They certainly do. If you don't feel like making yourself up like I didn't today, I totally love the Snapchat filters. I like to make little video clips. You want to join my team. Anyways, being stupid. Anyways, those get the funniest reactions sometimes, and people laugh at me. It's cool to be laughed at because you know what? That circulates it. People are like, join what? Whatever. Sometimes I'm just having fun with my daughter and I make stupid faces and stupid funny, videos or whatever. And that's okay. That's interaction. For God's sakes, I put a interaction post up the other night. This is such a cool interaction post too. And I literally was drinking a mixed drink. It was cranberry and vodka. And I was like, I took the picture so you couldn't see what color it was. And all you could see was the ice and it was in a glass. I said, whoever guesses what it is that I'm drinking, because it was something I don't normally drink as much anyways, I'll give a 3-day sample of rest to. Right? That was pretty cool. Anyways, those people kept on guessing and guessing and guessing and guessing. Turns out the person who ended up guessing it also wanted to try a 3-day sample of Thrive. So I got a 3-day mini and I also gave her a free sample of rest. So that was a win-win. But it was a great interaction post, and that post just kept on going and going and going. Today I posted something about piercings, and it's just got a lot of interaction and so forth. Yes, there's a duo call tomorrow. Do we have more to be more careful about saying weight loss? Okay. Here's the thing when it comes to any type of company is that you always want to be careful with your wording. Medical claims are never going to be okay. Claiming, and I've been guilty of it, guaranteed. The word guaranteed is a tricky word, and I've totally said it, and I really should catch myself because I need to lead that by example as well. I like to tell people that here is what I know. And I send them a screenshot of a picture that I took at conference about the Force Lean, how it was going to have a 90% absorption rate, how it's going to help break down the fats and so forth. Like our CEO even said at conference, you cannot sit there and eat donuts and do the duo and expect that is automatically going to make you just start losing weight. Okay. You have to get your body in the right state of mind, which is why you want people on the Thrive experience now. What I am doing, just an example, and then I'm going to cut it off after you guys can ask a couple questions or whatever. But this is something that I'm doing personally, and I think it's a great way to get a customer base. I'm willing to invest in my business and say, you know what? Anybody that gets started on the Thrive experience or any of my customers that are ordering on AutoShip the Thrive experience and using the products, I'm going to send out a free sample of the duo when it's released. I might send them 2 days. I might send them 3 days. I don't know how it's going to be packaged yet, so I'm not telling them how many days I'm going to send them. But I'm going to send them. Maybe I'll just send them 1 day. Whatever. If they're using the Thrive experience and they replace it 1 day and they feel better, their appetite's less, maybe they felt like they had more energy, then it was worth it, right? And it's a reminder, it's just 1 day's worth or whatever. And you can do that with your free product credits that you get. Give back. I promise the more you give, the more you will receive. I know Jenna does Brazilian waxing and signs people all the time. Of course she does. I saw, I'm just reading this here. Is there a printable version of the 3-day mini directions? Yeah, I think I actually put it in the Lavelle International Record Breakers team page, and some of you guys might just now be getting added there. I'm pretty sure I did, but if I didn't, see, it's different because everybody's Thrive experience is going to be a little bit different. You're going to, sometimes people are going to want one or two. I do have a copy. The only thing is, the problem with the copy that I have, it says shake instead of lifestyle mix. And technically we are supposed to call the capsules, the lifestyle mix, not shake. And the DFT is not a patch. It's a DFT, dermal fusion technology. Technically, those are the words that we're supposed to use. So I tend to not like to circulate the little thing that I do have. But I do have these little pamphlets. I don't have one near me right now, but I do have these ones near me. You can order these on the site, on the website, and it's really cool. It's got little tabs on it. And you could take these with you places, and you could actually just screenshot this and send it. And what do I take? Like that says like what the experience does. You guys can't really see that all that well. It has some testimonies. It shows the price and the product. It shows how they can thrive for free in it. You guys see that? How they can thrive for free. It also shows how and what they can make money. I actually took a picture of this one earlier today and did a selfie with it. But the very first thing is, what is Thrive? And it talks about the products. And it says it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. And it says right on the box, take 1 to 2 capsules a day on an empty stomach. And then the lifestyle mix to take about 20 minutes later. And then the DFT. The lifestyle mix, guys, you get 16 in a Thrive experience because you only really need to take it 4 days a week. You can take it every day if you want to. You can take it every other day. You could take it 4 days on, 3 days off. You could take half every day, however you want. I actually drink a full one every single day, and I just knocked over a whole bunch of stuff. But anyhow, I do have to jump on another Zoom here in just a few minutes. What is the team bonus volume? Well, your overall volume is going to determine your rank. Is that what you mean? Or the BV volume, like the bonus volume? Okay, every single product, this is going to be with every company that you ever go with, is going to have a different price point than what it is volume that it's worth, okay? The BV is what you're paid on. The dollar amount is what you paid for it. The reason why there is a difference is because it costs to make it, guys. So they can't, it's just the way it is. That's just kind of like the, $30 shirt that you just bought that maybe took like $1 to make. I mean, at the store, like that's the reality. That's just the way it goes. That's how businesses grow, and that's how they're able to do bonuses and be able to offer incentives and things like that to their promoters as well. I think that's what you were asking, maybe. So the BV amount is what you're actually paid on. And I always like to challenge myself to get the highest BV amount every single week that I possibly can compared to the week before, because that's what you're going to be paid on, alongside the team matching bonuses, your customer orders, and so forth for the week. So if you take a week off, guys, and like you don't do anything, you don't sign anybody, yeah, your check's going to be a little bit less than what if you work during that week, okay? And you'll see it reflected. With all that said, I think I filled your guys' ears full of a whole bunch of stuff. Run like your pants are on fire for the next 15 days of this month because you want to kick some butt. I mean, the reality of it is that this new duo coming out is so big and so huge. Utilize that. I'm going to try to get as many people on my team as possible running full force, because the momentum, first of all, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but there's like direct sale things from every single year that come out. And I think Lavelle was up 80 million or something from the year before. It was close to 100. was like 80 million, but they are growing rapidly. And they did $1 billion now in sales, which is ridiculously amazing. Okay. And they're only 5 years old and they're debt free. Those two things alone tell us that we're at the right place at the right time. All right. So I love you guys. I will put this up on YouTube and record it. And I will also put it in the comments underneath of where I posted the Zoom for tonight. And if you guys need anything, don't hesitate to post on the team page. We are all here to support one another and help each other grow. And we want to see everybody successful in reaching their goals. So love you guys. I hope you have a good night.